Hi, I'm Laura, the Library Lady, and welcome to this episode. I'm wearing pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and all of those of you who are breast cancer survivors, I commend you. I know that wasn't easy on you and your families, and I'm so happy for you. And those of you who may have lost a loved one through breast cancer, you certainly do have my sincerest condolences. Today I'm presenting a book called Oh Brother. I have to admit there are lots of books, probably like 40 books, titled exactly that, Oh Brother. But this one is by Arthur Yorinks and Richard Egielski. So author's last name is Yorinks, Yorinks, and then Richard's last name is Egielski. And just in the event I'm not pronouncing those names correctly. And beautiful illustrations. We have the brothers here. We have the Statue of Liberty. So let's jump right in. Now this book has a prologue, which is very interesting for a children's book. So here we have the two brothers, and it says, "This is the way of two young boys who, after overcoming great hardship and adversity, became members of the court of Her Royal Majesty, the Queen of England." Well, you see the two boys here. And one has a lantern, one has a crowbar, and it looks like they're sneaking down some steps. And it looks like that looks like like a ship, like they're on a ship. So let's turn the page. Oh! Well, it looks like the boys have the crowbar. See the crowbar here on the floor? And if you look, it says, "Danger, keep out." We know they're on a ship. And they have fireworks. Now don't forget, they may have matches, and we know they had a lantern. And we know it's about the 1920s because look at the clothes they're wearing, the knickers. Oh, brother. And here's another clue. We see the dynamite or the explosives on fire. And we see the explosives and the fireworks going off on this page. And what do we see on the facing page? The two brothers, the twins, running for their lives. And it reads, "It was a sorry accident at sea many years ago that caused Milton and Morris, twins from England, to be left all alone in the world, fending as best they could." So here they are running. And the next picture you see doesn't look like a very good one. They have set their ship on fire, and they're hanging on. And the ship's, everybody's jumping off the ship. So this is really bad news. They put people's lives at stake. But what a show. So after they've been shipwrecked, what happens? Washed up in New York, shuffled from orphanage to orphanage, from one wayward home to another, the poor boys were not spared the harshness of life. Still, they always had each other to give to each other comfort and consolation. "You stink," Milton would say to Morris. "So do you," Morris would answer Milton. So we see the boys here. And we see another place where they're going to live. And it says, "Well, perhaps their brotherly love had not quite bloomed. Anyway, they never separated. Indeed, one night they both escaped from Rotten's Home for Lost Boys, and together they joined the circus." So this is the home. Can you figure out how they escaped? It may have something to do with the sheets tied together coming out of the window. And here they look like hobos or tramps. That's the word we use. And they want to go join the circus. Under the big top, Milton and Morris at first groomed elephants. But opportunities soon fell their way, and they were promoted to the trapeze. Well, what soon fell their way was a trapeze artist. What glamour! What fame! What costumes! So they're no longer going to be cleaning the elephants. They're going to be trapeze artists. On opening night, the tiny twins, as they were called, swung high above the circus ring, the center ring. The drum rolled, the spotlight narrowed, and Morris was yelling, "Catch you? I'm not catching you. So I don't care," said Milton. And we see the boys, and they're not being very good trapeze artists. So I want to stop there because Milton and Morris go through a number of trials and tribulations, mostly caused because of their poor behavior. And finally they meet someone that's able to tame their craziness, but they lose that person too. And then things really get interesting. So if you want to know what happened to these fighting twins, Morris and Milton, I suggest you get the book Oh Brother, and this particular one. But there's so many books. You could do a whole series on all the books called Oh Brother. I am not. I'm just doing this one. So please check it out at my favorite spot. You got it, the library. You can also get it on Amazon.com and, of course, Barnes & Noble. So I think this book has a lot of lessons that you can teach with your child or children about arguing and fighting. Because I know that's one thing my brother and I used to do. We're 4 years apart. We used to fight all the time. Don't touch me. Don't breathe on me. Don't sit on my side of the car. It never stopped. But one of the things my parents taught us is that we were to always love each other. So even if nobody better mess with me, my brother would go after them. And nobody better mess with my little brother, even though he's bigger than me right now. So it's very important to teach your children to love one another, not to call each other names or etc. Because you want your children to grow up and have those close relationships from childhood to adulthood. We all need our siblings. And if you don't have a sibling, you need someone you can count on. So once again, check out this book. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and the illustrations are beautiful. So this is Laura Brown, the library lady, signing off, and happy reading!